Hello, everyone. Let's start with something important. Welcome back. Over the years, Somaliland has hosted many members of parliament from different countries, senators, and political delegations, and equivalent from different countries. That in itself is not something new. But what is new, or what makes this moment historic, is the level of this visit to Somaliland from this particular delegation. For the first time, Somaliland is hosting a serving foreign minister of a recognized state. That makes this the highest ranking official globally to visit Somaliland. And this matters not symbolically, not just for show, not just by name, but politically. Why does this matter? Because, number one, ministers do not travel willy nilly. They do not travel casually. They travel with mandates. They've been sent with a purpose. They travel with authority, and they travel when something strategic is at stake. Now, I'm going to be looking specifically in his interview, the Israeli Foreign Minister's interview with Somali TV, and point out a few things that I take from it. The first one is how he mentions Somaliland's location. Somaliland's location, we know, is not accidental in his choice, in the recognition. It is strategic and highly strategic, if I may add. Somaliland's location on the Horn of Africa places it right next to the Bab el-Mandeb, which is the gateway to the Red Sea, and on the other side, the Gulf of Aden, from there leading to the Indian Ocean. 12% of global trade passes through this area. Freedom of navigation. This is why we can understand freedom of navigation, freedom of trade, how all these type of things are important, and the growing importance of secure maritime routes for global economy. Also, it tells us something important, that Israel recognizes Somaliland is not out of charity, but is a relationship of give and take. So there are wants of Somaliland and wants of the Israelis. And they've come to some sort of mutual interest or shared interest. So the obvious question is, what would Israelis want? Now, the way he mentioned Somaliland's location, we can understand that strategic maritime access is key. But while Israel hasn't or isn't explicitly stating that it wants a strategic presence or logistical base or military base in Somaliland, but it is something that aligns with its broader interests in the region to counter regional security threats. Now, if we move on to the relationship, because some people thinking it's a brand new relationship, bang, Israel out of nowhere just recognized Somaliland. I don't believe that to be true. So is this a new relationship, or has it been building quietly for years? From the minister's own words on the News, we get our answer. He says, discussions began almost 9 months before recognition. Meetings took place. They were serious on both sides, and they were deliberately confidential. In fact, cooperation had already started way before recognition. Israeli experts, for example, were already in Somaliland, assessing systems, looking at water infrastructure and how it could be improved. This is critical because Somaliland suffers from water scarcity, and Israel is globally recognized as one of the most successful countries in managing water shortages. Creating infrastructure like desalination, water recycling, and efficient management. Now, from Somaliland's side or point of view, these are practical capabilities Somaliland could benefit from. There's also the humanitarian dimension. He confirmed in the interview nearly 40 children from Somaliland have already received heart operations in Israel. This tells us something else. The relationship did not start yesterday. It existed quietly, under the radar long before public recognition. You have to hand it to Israel and Somaliland for keeping it under wraps for all these months, maybe years. And news of this recognition truly took the world by surprise. But why now? For some, the answer is clear because of Somaliland's strategic location. Israel sees a reliable partner. Somaliland gains recognition. So it's a win-win from both. And because both sides believe this relationship can now move into the open, there's definitely momentum. It's a strategic moment that has arrived for both, and the momentum is continuing